There is only one annuity that I suggest people use for retirement. If you're using one, are you using the right one? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Dave Grant. I am the founder of Retirement Matters, and this is another episode of the 5-Minute Retirement Plan. We are talking about annuities today, and typically I don't like them, but there's one type of annuity that I don't mind people using for retirement as long as it fits into their overall plan. So let's give you a little bit of a background on that. Annuities, they are an insurance contract that you can buy, which typically insures your income. So let's say you've got $300,000. You essentially take that $300,000, you put it into the annuity contract, and then at a certain time, you turn the annuity contract on, and it starts to pay you a monthly income for the rest of your life. That monthly income is based on a slew of factors. It's based on what you're invested in, what type of contract you have, what type of annuity you have, how old you are, what the interest rate environment is, what company you invested in. There is a lot of variables that go into it, which make this a very complex investment to use when you are planning out your retirement income. Now, don't get me wrong, annuities do have advantages and disadvantages, but in my opinion, the disadvantages do start to outweigh the advantages after a while. But let me give you a clue as to what the advantages and disadvantages are. So most people are using annuities for the protection aspect of it. So many annuities, they will offer the fact of, okay, we can protect that you won't get the negative returns of the stock market, but you will get the upside of the market too, depending on what market you're invested in, which is great. There's certainly different caveats to that go into the contract because you're not going to get everything for free here. You're also going to get reduced volatility. Sometimes if you're invested in the stock market as a whole, it can be a bumpy ride going up and down with the ups and downs of the market. An annuity can sometimes make that ride a little less volatile. So it helps in that regard. Annuities with being insurance contracts, you can buy what's called a rider on them. Now these riders have different features to them. You can buy certain different ones where it can guarantee you income for life. You never run out of your money. You can get a return of premiums. So if you don't actually use the annuity, you can get your money back. There's lots of different ones. Get a death benefit on it. There's so many different things you can build into this. But of course, they cost money. And so it just depends on how much money you want to spend. Now, seeing as this is the 5-minute retirement plan, I'm not going to go into all of the advantages and disadvantages, but that gives you an idea of the plus side of it. The downside of annuities, well, you lock up your money. You're giving your money to an insurance company, so make sure that you don't actually need that money back at any point for life events that happen, or if you want to have some flexibility with how you use your money. You are putting it into a contract and you are locking it up. Annuities are typically expensive as well. If you're getting the added features of income riders or a refund option, you're going to be paying for that in an annual fee. Annuities are typically more expensive than just investing in a portfolio. And sometimes they can be a lot more expensive. So you're looking at 2-3% on your investments per year. The last disadvantage is that these are complicated products. People don't go out and search for an annuity, research their own annuity, and then just go buy it on the internet. Typically it involves an agent who has researched all these things and will come and sell you the annuity. So it's a different approach. With investing, you can choose your own investments very easily. With an annuity, they're complex. And for the most part, you may not have a full understanding of how it works, the features inside of it, all the restrictions, which doesn't make it a great buy sometimes. So what annuity do I like? I like one type of annuity. The acronym is a SPIA. So it's a Single Premium Immediate Annuity. What that is a very stripped down annuity. So it's got the bare bone chassis. You essentially, if you are in retirement or going into retirement and you want to ensure that you get X amount of dollars per month, you can buy an annuity that says, okay, if you want this amount of money per month, you have to give me Y of your portfolio. So let's say you want $4,000 a month, you need to give up $1.5 million. I just made that off the top of my head. I don't know if that's true, but there's no frills to it. There's no riders you can buy. It is literally give us your money, we'll pay you that income for life, which means that the fees are low. It's a very simple contract and it just does what it says. You give us the money, we'll give you the income for life. Now, for someone who wants a very much a guaranteed, and I'll put guaranteed in air quotes because nothing in life is guaranteed. But if you want that income for life and you don't want to think about taking it from your portfolio, and if the portfolio goes up and down, this can be a great way to kind of take the risk from yourself and move over to an insurance company. I typically would suggest if people are looking for an annuity, why not use that annuity for a portion of your living expenses? Because if the stock market goes on a tear and you actually have more money in your portfolio than is needed to provide your income, you're not going to get that benefit if you lock your money all up in an annuity. On the other spin around side, if the market goes through a big downturn, you've actually insured a portion of your living expenses, and that is going to take some worry out of your mind. So if you've been thinking about using annuities in your retirement plan, hopefully this gives you some information. It's a little teaser as to what you can go ahead and research and find out more about what fits your situation. If you have questions, you can certainly ask me and reach out. I'm Dave Grant. I'm at Retirement Matters, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Dave Grant is the founder of Retirement Matters, a wealth management firm in Barrington, Illinois. Dave specializes in helping people transition into retirement, specifically executives at AbbVie and Illinois teachers in the TRS pension system. If you have concerns about your retirement transition and want help from a fee-only advisor with decades of experience helping people like you can learn more at www.retirementmatters.co.